Okay, so let's start our today's session, and today's topic of the discussion, that is the Euler-Cauchy method. Okay, in earlier lectures we learned about the solution of the non-homogeneous differential equations, about total case 5, right? Now this is the different kind of differential equation, that is, and this equation is known as the Euler-Cauchy equation. So first, an equation of the form a0 x raised to n d raised to n y upon dx raised to n, a1 x raised to n minus 1 d raised to n minus y upon dx raised to n minus 1 up to a and y is equal to qx, right? So where a0, a1, a2 up to an all are constant, is called Euler-Cauchy equation. Anyone tell me what is the difference between this equation and the previous equation which we learned in our previous lectures? Anyone? You can raise your hand, or you can give your answer in chat box also. What is the difference between these two general equation, today's equation and the previous equation? That is the main thing. When you will going to solve your example in exam, at that time, this is the main thing. What is the difference? Yes, Abhishek, I am going to unmute you. Give me your answer. Yes, Abhishek.
Ma'am, in that previous equation, there was no x in it.
Yes, very good. Absolutely correct. Thank you. Thank you. See, students, yes, many students also give answer in chat box also. And you all are right that x is a multiple in dy by dx term, right? So thank you everyone for giving your answer. See, students, in previous example, there is no x. Okay. X or x raised to n as a multiple. So when this x raised to n or x term is a multiple of d by dx. See here, x raised to n minus 1 is a multiple of d by dx raised to n minus 1. X raised to n minus 2 is a multiple of d by dx raised to n minus 2, right? When this type of equation is given, this equation is known as Euler-Cauchy equation, right? So आप लोगों को क्वेश्चन देख के भी कैसे समझ में आ जाएगा कि this equation is a Euler-Cauchy. So the derivative, the power of the derivative d by dx जो भी रहेगा उसका multiple x raised to का power same रहेगा. Okay, got it? Now let's start for the solution. What to do for the solution of the Euler-Cauchy equation? उसको solve कैसे करेंगे? तो उसकी particular method है solve करने के लिए. The first step is always for every Euler-Cauchy equation, you have to assume x equal to e raised to z, right? Then your next step is x dy equal to dy. आपको यही assume करना है for every equation. ये क्यों करना है? Because x dy by dx is equal to dy by dz. आपको ये वाला याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. You just remember that x dy x dy is equal to just dy. Now x square d square y is equal to d minus 1y. Right, students? See, these are the most IMP steps for you. Then x cube d cube y, that is d minus 1 d minus 2y. Okay, so you have to just remember that you have to submit x is equal to e raised to z, x dy is equal to just dy, x square d square y is equal to d minus 1y, x cube d cube y is equal to d minus 1 d minus 2 into y. Similarly for the next power. Okay, so substituting all these derivatives in this equation 1, which is linear differential equation with constant coefficient. So उसके बाद हमने जो भी आगे पढ़ा है उसी की हेल्प लेके सॉल्व करना है. तो लेट्स स्टार्ट द एग्जांपल फॉर द बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग स्टूडेंट्स. सी दिस इज अवर क्वेश्चन. Solve x square d square minus, just a minute, okay, x square d square minus 7xd plus 12 into y is equal to x square. Okay, so how you know the given equation is a Euler-Cauchy equation? How you know? Because see, the power of d square and multiple of d square is what? X square. Similarly, multiple of d is what? X. So whenever in your question, x square is a multiple of d square, x is a multiple of d, or if you have given d cube, then x cube is a multiple of d cube. That equation is Euler-Cauchy equation. तो आपको वो देख के पता चलना चाहिए कि ये वाला इक्वेशन Euler-Cauchy है और हमको उसको Euler-Cauchy की मेथड से ही सॉल्व करना है. Okay, so let's start here. Here, this is our given equation: x square d square minus 7xd plus 12 into y is equal to x square. Now, for the solution of these, first step is what? X is equal to e raised to z, right? ये वाला हमारा first step रहेगा. Then next step is x square d square is what? X square d square is d minus 1. For every example, students, you have to just submit x square d square is d minus 1. For the xd, you have to put just d. For xd, you have to put just d. Constant term keep as it is into y is equal to. Now, as your x is what? X is e raised to z. So I'm putting here e raised to z raised to here x square. So x is e raised to z. So e raised to z raised to 2. Right? Now, after simplification, here d square minus d minus 7d. So that is what? D square minus 8d plus 12 is equal to e raised to 2z. Okay. So the auxiliary equation is m square minus 8m plus 12 equal to 0. After simplification, the factors are m minus 6 and m minus 2 equal to 0. So m is equal to 2 and 6. Both are real roots, right? So as per the rule of the CF, complementary function, what is our answer? Sum of, okay, students. Devendra, you tell me that some of are not able to connect, but there is no in waiting room here. No student is in the waiting room. Okay. Okay. So here C1 e raised to 2x. See, this is real and distinct roots. So as per the rule, C1 e raised to 2x plus C2 e raised to 6x, right? So e raised to 2x and e raised to 6x, but our given, we assume x is equal to e raised to, see here, this one is not x, this one is z, student, e raised to 2z and e raised to 6z. But we all know that e raised to z is what? E raised to z is x. So this is x square. Again, e raised to z is x. So this is x raised to 6. Please, this is the most IMP step. Keep in mind, when you do the example of Euler-Cauchy method and you write your CF, first you have to write your CF in the form of z. Okay. Then you have to convert that e raised to z in the form of x. That is the most important thing. Got it, students? Anyone have any doubt regarding this CF? Anyone have any doubt regarding this CF? Okay. So let's move with PI, right? That is Pi equal to 1 upon d square minus 8d plus 12 e raised to 2z. See, 1 upon function of d into e raised to 2z. So this is exponential term. So as per the rule, I have to substitute the multiple of z in the in d. Okay. So if I replace d in the denominator, this is 2 square. So 4 plus 12, 16, and this one is minus 16. So if I replace this 2 in the denominator, then the denominator is 0. So as per the rule, I have to write z, this z in the numerator and derivative in the denominator. So the derivative of the denominator is what? Derivative of the denominator is 2d minus 8. Okay. So 2d minus 8 here. And now if I substitute the multiple of z in this d, then that is 4 minus 8. And this 4 minus 8, that is minus 4. So my answer is minus z by 4 into e raised to 2z. And this z is what, student? So here x is equal to e raised to z. So z is equal to log x, right? X is equal to e raised to z. So z is equal to log x. So I replace this z as log x, this e raised to z as x. So this one is e raised to z will convert into the x square, and this x z is convert into the log x. Hence the general solution is what? C1 x square plus C2 x raised to 6 minus this pi x square by 4 into log x. Got it? So again, in this Euler-Cauchy equation, we just find complementary function and particular integral, and that is the solution. One student has doubt that why z come in the numerator. See, as per the rule, when we find the pi and when we apply case 1, our right hand side is exponential term, and if we substitute the multiple of z in the denominator, and if our denominator is 0, see, यहाँ पे क्या होगा? If I substitute 2 in this denominator, then what happen? 4 minus 16 plus 12 e raised to 2z. After substituting multiple of z in this denominator, I get my denominator 0. That's why I put z in the numerator and derivative in the denominator. This is the case 1 of CF. If you have any doubt regarding this PI, just go through the second lecture. This one is the 6th lecture. You have to go the second lecture for the better understanding. Okay. Now got it? Okay. So let's move with one more example. If you have any query regarding this example, you can ask through chat box or raise your hand also. Okay. No one have doubt? Okay, let's move with one more example. See, our given question is x square d square minus xd plus 1 into y is equal to sine log x. Again, students, when your multiple of d square is x square, multiple of d is x, is given your question, then you have to remember that this type of equation is Euler-Cauchy equation. So this is our question, right? For the solution of Euler-Cauchy equation, our first step is what? X equal to e raised to z. This is the compulsory for all example. This is a method. Now, x square d square is what? X square d square is d minus 1. xd is, this one is minus, students, right? See, your question is minus. So my xd is just d. 1, keep it the same, into y is equal to sine. Here, x is equal to e raised to z implies z is equal to log x, right? So here, this log x is what? Z. So this one is sine z. Here, this, after simplification, d square minus 2d plus 1 into y is equal to sine z. The auxiliary equation is m square minus 2m plus 1 equal to y. This is the multiple of y. So after factorization, here, m equal to 1, 1, which is real and distinct. As both roots are real and distinct, so as per the rule of the complementary function, if roots are real and distinct, C1 plus C2z into e raised to z. Students, please keep in mind, when you are solving the Euler-Cauchy example, you have to first write your CF in the form of z only. So C1 plus C2z into e raised to z. Now z is what? Z is log x, right? And e raised to z is what? E raised to z is x. See, as we assumed in earlier. So we convert our z in the form of x. So our answer is C1 plus C2 log x into x. Okay. So anyone have any doubt regarding this CF? About this example? Let me know in the chat box. If you have no doubt, then also give your answer that you have no doubt. If you have any doubt, then let me know. Okay. Okay, no doubt is there. So we'll move for the PI, right? So for PI, 1 upon function of d, that is d square minus 2d plus 1 into sin z. Students, as per the second case of PI, if your right hand side is trigonometry function sine or cos, at that time we put the multiple of z in the d square of d only, and we'll put minus sign before that, right? So here multiple of z is what? Multiple of z is 1. So I'm putting here 1 square and minus sign before that. So this one is minus 1, minus 2d plus 1, keep it the same. So this minus 1 and plus 1 will cancel out. And the remaining term is what? 1 upon minus 2d into sin z. So if I write this minus 1/2 and 1 upon d is integration, right? So integration of sin z dz. So integration of sin z is what, students? Minus cos z. So minus minus plus. So this is just 1/2 cos z. And as you know, this z is, if I want to convert this z in the form of x, then z is equal to log x. So this is my PI, 1/2 cos log x. Okay. So hence the general solution is what? My general solution is C1 plus C2 log x into x plus 1/2 cos log x. Okay. Now let's move for the next example, and that is x square d square y by dx square plus 4x dy by dx plus 2y equal to x square sine log x. Okay. So this x square d square y by dx square. So I put this d square y by dx square as capital D square. This x dy by dx is just capital D plus 2, and I put y as a common. Any doubt about this example, students? About this step? See, just this d by dx is capital D. You all know d by dx is equal to capital D. So this is x square d square plus 4xd plus 2. I put this y as a common. Here x square sine log x. Okay, so this is my question. As multiple of this d square is x square, multiple of this d is x. So this is the Euler-Cauchy equation. And as this is Euler-Cauchy equation, so for the solution of this Euler-Cauchy equation, I put x is equal to e raised to z, right? So next step is what? X square d square is d minus 1. This xd is equal to just d plus 2 into y. Now this x is what? X is e raised to z raised to 2. And this sine log x. So I put this log x as z. So this x square is e raised to z and this sine z. So after simplification, this e raised to 2z into sine z, and the left hand side is what? Left hand side is d square minus d plus 4d, that is just plus 3d. So d square plus 3d plus 2 into y is equal to e raised to 2z sine z, right? So this is my equation after simplification. For the solution of this equation, first I want to find the complementary function, and for that the auxiliary equation is what? M square plus 3m plus 2 equal to 0. Factors are m plus 2, m plus 1 equal to 0. So roots are m is equal to minus 2 and minus 1. Both roots are real and distinct. As per the rule, and as you know, this is the Euler-Cauchy equation. So I write my complementary function first in the CF Z form. So C1 e raised to my first root, that is minus 2z, plus C2 e raised to second root, that is minus z, right? Now I'm going to convert this root in the form of x. So e raised to z is x. So I put here x raised to minus 2 and this one is x raised to minus 1. So x raised to minus 1 is 1 upon x square and x raised to minus 1 is 1 by x. So this is my final complementary function. Have you any query regarding this complementary function, students? Please let me know in the chat box, or you can ask through raise your hand also. Let me know. If you have no doubt, then also tell me through chat box that you have no doubt. I want the response from all of you students. Okay. Thank you so much, students, for your kind response that some answers are coming that they have no doubt. Okay. So let's move for PI. For PI, 1 upon d square plus 3d plus 2 into e raised to 2z sin z. Now tell me which case this is. E raised to 2z sin z. For the PI, I have to apply case 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Give me your answer through chat box or raise your hand. Yes, very good. Thank you. Okay. Yes, yes, very good. Answers are coming that. Yes, absolutely right. You all are. That this one is case 4. Yes, perfectly right. See, when one term is the exponential term and the multiple term is sine or cos, then that case is case 4. Now, and as per the rule of the case 4 of PI, you have to add multiple of z from the exponential term. You have to add multiple of z from the exponential term in the denominator of d. So here, this d square is d plus 2 the whole square. This d is converted into the d plus 2, right? As the role of the e raised to 2z is complete now, so I have to put this e raised to 2z in the earlier part, right? In the starting part. So I put this e raised to 2z in the starting part. Now, after simplifying and in the denominator, I put this d plus 2 whole square plus 3d plus 2 plus 2 into sine z. So after simplification, this will convert d square plus 4d plus 4 plus 3d plus 6 into 2. And the final solution is d square plus 7d, 4d plus 3d is 7d, and 4 plus 6 plus 2 is 12, right? Now, the role of this e raised to 2z is complete. Now, sin z is remaining there, right? Now, sin z, so this is about case 2 of PI, right? And as per the case 2, I have to put multiple of z in the d square of d only and put minus sign before that, right? So this one is here minus 1 square plus 7d plus 12 into sin z. So after simplification, what is that? 1 upon 7d plus 11 into sin z. Now tell me, what is the next step of this example? What is the next step? You can give your answer through chat box or your raise your hand. What is the next step for the solution of this example? Yes, very good. Very good. Very good. 7 to 8 students are very active. In every lecture they give answers very fast, but some of the students are still not active. I want the response from all of you. Okay. Okay. So thank you. Yes, you all are right. Here. No. One student says the wrong answer. See, we have to see here sin z and we want d square in the denominator now. So we get the conjugate, right? So we multiply and divide with 7d minus 11 in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So our next step is what? 7d minus 11. And in the denominator, 49, 70 minus 11 into 70 plus 11. So our denominator is what now? That is 49 d square minus 121 into sin z. Now, as per the rule, I have to put multiple of z in the d square in the denominator and put minus sign before that. So here I put 1 square and minus sign before that. So that is 70 minus 11 upon minus 49 into 1 square minus 121. That will give minus 170. So here minus 170, right? And 70 minus 11 into sin z, that is in the numerator. After splitting these brackets, 70 into sin z minus 11 sin z. Okay, now d of sin z is what, student? D of sin z is the derivative of sin z, and derivative of sin z is cos z. So the 7 cos z minus 11 sin z. This answer is in the form of e raised to z or z, but we want our answer in the form of x. So this e raised to this e raised to 2z, we put this e raised to 2z as x square, right? This one is x square. This z is log x. This sin z is again sin log x. So our answer of pi in the form of x, that is x square upon 177 cos log x, and this one is 11 sin log x. And the general solution is CF plus pi. Got it, student? So this is one more example of Euler-Cauchy. See, this is let's move for the another example, that is x square d square y upon dx square minus 6x dy by dx plus 6y is equal to x raised to minus 3 into log x. Students, here I have tried to take the different kind of example with the different pi, right? So in this lecture, we are going to solve the Euler-Cauchy example, and in which the different kind of pi from the different cases. Okay, so this d by dx is again capital D, right? So this x square d by dx is capital D, so that is d square. Y is taken common from all the terms, so x square d square minus 6xd plus 6 into y is equal to x raised to minus 3 into log x. For the solution of this example, first you have to recognize that your given example is Euler-Cauchy form, and as you recognize your given example is Euler-Cauchy form, your first step is putting x is equal to e raised to z. Now x square d square is dd minus 1. This xd is just d. 6, keep it the same, into y. Now this x is what? X is e raised to z. So this one is e raised to this x will convert into the x raised to minus 3 will convert into the e raised to minus 3z. And here log x is z, because x is equal to e raised to z implies log x is equal to z. So this log x is z, right? After simplification, here we have d square minus d minus 6d, that is minus 7d plus 6 into y is equal to z e raised to minus 3z. Now the auxiliary equation is what? M square minus 7m plus 6 is equal to 0. So factors are m minus 1, m minus 6. Both roots are 1 and 6, real and distinct. So C1 e raised to z, C2 e raised to 6z, C1x plus C1x plus C2x raised to 6. Got it? Any doubt, students? Any doubt? Waiting for your answer. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So let's move for pi here. And our pi is 1 upon function of d into z e raised to minus 3z. So 1 upon function of d is what? That is a multiple of d, multiple of y, and our multiple of y is, this is d square minus 7d plus 6, right? So 1 upon d square minus 7d plus 6 into z e raised to minus 3z. This is, now tell me, which case is applicable here? z e raised to minus 3z. So which case is applicable here? No, some students are giving the right answer, but 1 to 2 students have given the wrong answer. See students, I'm just reminding you, case 1. I'm just reminding you, see case 1, that is exponential term, right? E raised to ax plus b. Case 2, that is sine ax plus b or cos ax plus b, right? Case 3, that is x to the power m or polynomial in x. Case 4, that is e raised to x into sine ax plus b or e raised to x into v. What does it mean? V is a function of x. So v is sine or cos or only x. So this one is case 4 student. Exponential term, and multiple of exponential term is again the polynomial in, this is the form of z. We are this x is a variable, so here our variable is z, so exponential term and into the multiple of z, right? So as per the case 4, this is case 4 students. So who given the answer as case 4? They all are right, but who give the different answer? Please remind this here. For case 4, I have to add multiple of z from the exponential term in the d of the denominator. So I put here d minus 3 whole square minus 7 d minus 3 plus 6. Now the role of the e raised to minus 3z is complete. So I put e raised to minus 3z in the starting part. Now only z is there. After simplification, my denominator is d square minus 13d plus 36 into z. Right? Now got it? Now this is z only. So this is case 3. X or the polynomial in x, or we can say the power of x. This here our variable is z. So as this is z, here we are going to apply case 3, and for case 3 we want to convert our denominator in the 1 plus 5d. If you remember our lecture 3, I have to convert my denominator in 1 plus 5d. That's why I am taking 36 as a common, and then my denominator is, if I put 36 as a common factor, 1 plus minus 13d plus d square upon 36, right? Here, this denominator will convert into the 1 plus 5d form, right? Now I put this 1 plus 5d in the numerator. That's why 1 plus minus 13d plus d square upon 36. This power 1, this 1 power will convert into the minus 1. Okay, now got it? Now I'm going to apply binomial expansion, and my binomial expansion of 1 plus x raised to minus 1. You all know that 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube up to so on, right? But the power of z is 1 only. That's why I want maximum power of d is 1. So here 1 into z will give z. Then minus 13d upon 36. So derivative d of z, this d of z is what, student? D of z is 1. So next step is just, this one is minus. So minus minus plus. I tell you, just a minute. See, here, if I going to simplify this step, see here, If I apply the binomial expansion, 1 minus, this one is minus 13d z upon 36, right? The next step is here plus minus minus, but this one is d square. So no need to write. So I just keep the other step. So this is 1 minus minus 13. So minus minus plus. D of z is what? D of z is derivative of z with respect to z is 1. So this minus minus plus d of z is 1. So just z plus 13 by 36 is remaining, right? So this will arrive. Now, as you know, e raised to z is x. So this will convert into the x raised to minus 3. And this z is log x. So my final pi is x raised to minus 3 upon 36 log x plus 13 by 36. So this is my final general solution, complementary function plus particular integral, right? Now, my last example for today's lecture, that is x cube d cube plus 2x square d square plus 2 into y is equal to 10 x plus 1 by x. Again, the derivative of d cube is x cube, derivative of d square is x square. So this is the Euler-Cauchy example. So I putting my start my solution with x is equal to e raised to z. Now, the power of d and x is 3. So I put x cube d cube is d minus 1, d minus 2. This one is square. So d minus 1. 2 constant term, keep it the same. Now, x is e raised to z and 1 upon x is e raised to minus z, right? So after simplification, this is d cube minus d square plus 2 into y, 10 e raised to z plus e raised to minus z. So the auxiliary equation is m cube minus m square plus 2 equal to 0. After factorization, the factors are m plus 1. Here m square minus 2m plus 2 equal to 0. So m equal to minus 1. One root from the first bracket, that is minus 1. And the other root from the second bracket, that is 1 plus or minus I. So one root is real and other two root are complex. So as per the real part, C1 e raised to minus z, first term, and the other is e raised to z. This one is the real part. So e raised to z, then C2 cos z plus C3 sin z. Now, if I convert into the x form, then C1 upon x, this e raised to z is x, and this z is in the log x form. Students, all example are from the GTU papers, right? Always I am taking all example from the previous GTU question papers. So please do all example, and our next 3 lectures of this chapter is most important, because in the next lecture we will do the next method, that is a variation of parameter method, and then undetermined coefficient method. So please don't skip that lectures. It is most important. If you have any query, you can ask me, and you do PI of this example by yourself. For any query, you can ask me through chat box in the next lecture, right? This is CF only, and for the example of for the PI of this example, you have to try by yourself. Have you any query regarding this question till now? If you have any query, you can ask me through chat box or raise your hand also. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your kind response. That all clear.